Thank you very much for joining us on today's edition of the Medley Show. My name is simply Cecile. How you doing? Okay, I hope you're doing good. I know many of you might have some things a little of a bother to you, but it's okay. Everything will be okay. Last. Today's topic, like some of you would have already known, I sent a flyer. I posted a flyer on our Medley WhatsApp line. I think some of you have seen it. A couple of you have started sending in your messages already. And today we'll be talking about a trend that, is a trend ongoing, especially among many youths. And that is Japa. When I say Japa, some persons were asking me, I don't know, I've not heard of Japa. What is Japa? Well, Japa is when you elope, when you travel. You know, many Nigerian youths, you see that they just Japa. Doctors have just Japa abroad. You know, they are now going to make their practice abroad. Some people are going for studies. Well, many are just saying that if I have the opportunity, I'll get to leave this country. What about you? Are you patriotic enough to stay back and build this country with us? Are you confident that we will be great as we should be on the African continent? Well, that will be the focus of our discourse today. We are discussing the Japa trend on the Medley Show, and of course, you know our phone line. Tell us what you think. Would you go? Would you remain? And what are some of the challenges that that those in diaspora are encountering that you think it's a no-no for you? Well, we'll get to talk about this. I have a couple of guests in the studio, and together we'll have a very interesting conversation. All right. Starting with my guest, I'll start with, who should I start with? Let me start with Tekla. Tekla is my colleague, and how much of a frequent traveler are you? Have you jackpot before and returned?
No.
Oh no. Okay, now that's Tekla.
I go on travels, but not to go there.
She go on travels. Okay, Tekla Wilkie. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Next to me, I have Ogwoma Oche. Ogwoma Oche is a travel consultant. She's had She's had a lot of people. She has met a lot of people, a lot of clients who have traveled for some reason or the other. I think she will have a lot to talk about. Ogwoma, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, confusing our number is our friend, a very, very familiar face. She doesn't show herself. All right, lighting up the studio with a very beautiful color is Willie. Let's stick out Willie. Willie, you're welcome.
Nah, they travel. Like escort people reach airports, come back. See people, they come back, you know. I don't reach airport. I don't travel.
You don't travel?
I speak Fone. I don't travel.
Can you speak Fone? Look, let's hear you speak some Fone.
Fone?
Yeah.
Let me speak. Oh.
Speak
you see, I dey travel anywhere I dey go. So when I reach airport, I see people, I greet them, how you day? What's up, man? That's what we think.
Okay. All right, so I'll start with you, Goma, because I know you've encountered a whole lot of them. Now, is the grass really greener on the other side? Because trust me, from the pictures we see, I mean, it's so beautiful. I think it's something. Maybe at the end of the program today, maybe I'll be convinced if I should think about to. Japa, by the way, Japa, what word is it? I don't know. How did we even come about the word? I was going to say Japari. I was not like, okay, anyhow, tell us about people that you've met.
Good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, everybody.
Okay.
Japa movement. That is what it's actually called. And it came about because everybody wants to leave Nigeria. And the reason why they are leaving is because they feel nothing is here for them. And talking about, like you asked, if it's greener out there, I can say yes, because there is dignity in labor there. When you talk of minimum wage there, they use it to get something, enough to feed themselves, enough to do a whole lot for themselves. But here in Nigeria, when we talk of minimum wage, it's nothing to write home about.
It's nothing to write home about. Trust me, Tekla would not agree with you. Well, I don't know, but because I know Tekla has just said it from the beginning, she's a Naija person to the core. So,
I love Naija. I know go lie. You know, there's a song to that effect. There is something to that effect. I never lie. I love this country and inside down.
We go live.
That's not to say that I will not travel if there's a need for me to travel, but to leave this country and just bid farewell to this country, man, that's a hard sell for me.
It's like your salary is actually.
It's not about the salary. It's about life. Yeah. You look at life from a holistic perspective. There's more to earning a pay, to life. There are other elements of life that you also need to look at. You go to a different country, a foreign country. The first thing is the profiling, the racial profiling. That in itself will eat you up before you even, you breathe it. Secondly, there is some kind of classification they give to people. Now, you go there, the fact that your color, the color of your skin already defines you.
Yeah.
So your chances are sort of limited. But nobody will treat me like that here. When I meet Cecil, I'm not looking at the color of her skin. Neither am I looking at the color of your skin. Even if it's, toned or anything like that, I know you are you are my own person. So that in itself gives me this sense of belonging. It gives me this sense of pride and all of that.
Tekla is not about how much money you make. It's the freedom of being at home. Willie, you seem to be agreeing with her.
Yes.
But
of course, everything there must be bought.
Oh yeah, talk now.
Everything there must be bought. You see, one thing about being a Nigerian, see, I no lie to you. See, Nigeria be like when husband and wife, they fight. The whole street know. But Oyibo be like when husband and wife, they fight. Nobody they know, say they fight. The corruption that is happening in Nigeria here is also happening over there. Every basbos that is happening here is always is happening there, and some of them, they learn from us and we also learn from them. But the thing where they be say, everything they planned their life. They planned everything in the sense that, oh, you're going out, oh, you're doing this, oh, you're doing that. Everything is planned. In terms of, oh, you're corrupt, you must go jail. You must go jail. Not that we don't have those big society people that they can dodge jail or something like that. But Nigeria here, we have a lot of talents. When I mean talents who are good, but the job, let's say, somebody just cage you somewhere. So because of that cage where they cage you, so that is why a lot of people want to run. Like if you see some doctors, there's so many doctors I've met in my life, even still meeting. Sometimes when you see some of their friends who they graduated together, who they've been doing things together, all of a sudden the person leaves Nigeria to another foreign land. The next thing when you call the person is fresh. The person is so relaxed. And okay, now imagine now say you see they use blackboard. Meanwhile, the person already they use some kind of job like the time with ATM machine never come Nigeria. Some people already they use them. So it's like as if we are moving forward and somebody is dragging us back. We are moving forward, they're dragging us back. But those who they are moving forward, they are still moving forward, they're still moving forward. I'm not saying going there is not nice, but this is the problem. A lot of people want to stay in Nigeria.
Okay, Ogoma. Now, a lot of things are happening. She just talk about racial profiling. They tell you that your skin, no matter how if you like, get a green, purple, or whatever card to be citizen, but yet you're still profiled.
Nigerians don't care. The youths don't care. They still prefer it out there.
Yeah.
No, just before the program, I was talking to someone, said that, oh, will you prefer to go and wash plate over there? He says he prefers to go and wash plate because washing plate over there earns him more here. And I was wondering, like, seriously?
And they get their life and they still enjoy whatever those other citizenry enjoy. The only difference in this movement of a thing, the Japa trend thing, is if you leave Nigeria genuinely, with a genuine paper. Yes. For example, for those doing PR for Canada, those using school to leave, those getting what they call skilled working type of visa, nobody is doing racism for you. Reason because you are going in as a professional. Those that suffer is those who go without certificate and don't go straight. Remember, I'm sure you've seen on televisions and gist all around, people who travel through Niger Republic, find themselves in Mediterranean Sea, find themselves in Italy, all those people. So because you are going in through Krukere way, let me use the Nigerian slang, Krukere way.
Okay, talking about going through the Krukere way, we're going to see something now, and this thing is, this video you're going to see next is from the video is from the UK government, I think one of the UK government websites, where someone who went through the, like she would say, the crocodile way. She went through the back door. He went through the back door and was being interrogated by the UK immigration. And man, trust me, if you are the UK immigration, I wonder what you do to him. Anyhow, let's have a look at this video, and then we'll come back to talk a little more about the Japa movement. All right, so that video is from the from the UK immigration, and you see the story of that young man who actually said he's 15. Does he look 15 to you? Well, that's a story for another day. Well, as it is right now, when it was posted in 2014, the guy have absconded and they can't find him because he was placed in a waiting area to conduct some tests on his actual age. Right now, as at then, they couldn't find where he is. Anyhow, that's one young man who is trying to make his trip abroad. However, even the passport he used is not even in, and that's what we call the classic. I don't know if it's classic Japa, but that's him. All right, so if you're just joining us, the program is the Medley Show, and I'm having a chat with my friends. Anwulika Mwokedi. I have with me Oche. Anwulika Mwokedi, of course, Willie, she's an honored personality and a friend of the house. I have Oche Ogoma. Ogoma is a travel consultant with Outer Edge Travels. Thank you very much. And of course, Tekla. Okay.
You want to rename me?
I'm not renaming you. Okay, so we've just seen that. But just before we come to quickly talk about that, Willie was making... Yes, they were both making some actually interesting points to say, yes, life there is actually pretty better, it's pretty comfortable. Come on, who doesn't like comfort? Or maybe you are earning in maybe 7-8 figures, so that's why you're good.
I beg your pardon?
8 million.
Don't let EFCC and ICPC come
looking for you.
Where did you get that figure from?
Well,
Please. I'm a civil servant, like I don't mind.
yeah, she's
But we know your salary is 8 million.
Oh, really?
she's my colleague, and I don't know how her salary is more than the DG salary and the minister's own.
No, the thing is that the point I want to also make is that you talked about how comfortable that place is. It's because they have taken the pains to stay in their country and make it work. If we all leave, who will take care of this country? Who will repair this country? Why are they not coming to our country? Why are we going to their country? So somebody, plant a seed, it grows, they nurture it, and you want to go there and reap the harvest. You want to reap where you did not sow. It is really wrong. The orientation has to change. There need to be a mindset, a reset of our minds to say, come, if you want something, you've got to work for it.
But Tekla, it's possible that they actually live in so that they can make the money and come back and...
I do not take that out of the equation. Yes, diaspora contribution to the national grid is a lot. And it's something, we should be, at least, we should encourage. But the people who fall into this bracket of Japa, as she, fondly calls it, are the people who probably have nothing to offer over there. Most times.
The doctors
most times they don't have something to offer. That's why they go through different routes to get to that place. The legitimate ones, do not have the same issue. They come back, they come and go. But these other ones who go there, they go with, because they don't have anything here, they go back there, they don't have anything there. So they go through different channels, criminal channels, which also, cast a shadow on our own brand, our own image here in this country, and this has to stop.
Okay. Just before you come in, you can join this conversation because our phone line is 081-177-8-2020. I see a few of you are already sending in your messages. Tell us what you think. If you had the opportunity, would you want to travel, or like Tekla is trying to explain to us, it's going to be good to stay back and build the country. Our number, once again, is going to be showing on your screen. Please do send your messages. Text messages and WhatsApp only. Text me and WhatsApp only. Willie, you wanted to comment on that?
Yeah, let me not lie to you. Right from secondary school, I know I will lie to you. I've never thought of leaving this country. I don't think about it. Even when our friends are buying, there's this particular WAEC, I don't know which particular courses that I don't know whether it's English, I can't remember, Sha.
Okay,
But a lot of people, yes,
IGSS,
yes, a lot of people were doing that just to live. They will ask me, Stella, you know one go? I say, I need a thinker. Even up to now, I don't. But what I'm trying to tell you is we have different reasons for people leaving Nigeria. We have people that are going there for holiday. We have people that they love Nigeria, but man, there are people that can't stand pain. We have people that can't stand pain. Yes, they say, I will be here, but when the pressure is too much, they leave. Now, we have two types of people that are leaving Nigeria. We have the lazy ones. We have the ones that they are doing well, they are okay, there is nothing wrong with them, but please, the lifestyle there is better for me. In Lagos, many of us wake up at 3:30. Now, she's talking about the system. Is the system working? Yes, no. The system is not working because some people refuse to make it work. Now, we have a lot of people that, okay, you're opening so many organizations in Nigeria that is not working. They are pumping money in some organization, they don't want to work. They're just eating up the money. Now, if you try to talk, oh my God, forget it, you are gone. Then you try not to, because since you are afraid to talk, you just keep mute. Nobody wants to talk about it. Because if the transportation system is working, nobody will be waking up as early as 3:30 to go to work. You see where the first, not being comfortable. You're already waking up as early as 3:30 in Lagos to go to work. In Abuja here, it has started happening in Abuja. Now, some of us don't see our families. And now, in Lagos, you close by 5 o'clock. Imagine when you get home. You close by 5, you close by 6, you get home by 12. Now, all these other countries, they don't do that because the transportation system there is working. Whoever is the person that is there that is doing it, want it to work. It's just like somebody, it's just like saying what I used to tell people. For example, we're in a ship. Our captain abandoned us. The Igbo man is there, the Hausa man is there, every tribe is there. Now we're just thinking of how do we save ourselves? The captain has abandoned us. Let's say the captain is the government. They have abandoned us. Now we all are there. We're trying to save ourselves. No, this one they say, no, because she's a woman. The woman can't help us. Oh, because she's Igbo, or he's Hausa, or he's Yoruba, because he's Muslim, because he's because he's Christian. No, because he's not our church member.
I get
Nobody
it.
wants to walk.
So well, somehow you're speaking in line with what she said, that we all need to come together and try to build it. Yes, you're also still telling us that things are working there. So somehow everybody it's a joint effort, right?
No, when she said the people that are going should come back and work. Now the people that are here, who wants to work? Everybody wants to cash.
Okay, Ogama,
people are
wait.
No, people are going to work. It is working.
When we get back, I would like to hear from her. She's a frequent traveler. She's dealt with a whole lot of people who are traveling. I want to tell her, you want to get back, you tell us some of the stories about those who travel. I hear some of them will sell their entire family property.
Yes, they
sell everything.
Well, okay, yes, it's going to be.
They don't sell is their name.
It's getting heated up right now. The only thing that they don't get to sell is their name, just to make sure that they travel out of this trouble. We went out on the street. I was sought to find out from people, if you have the opportunity, would you actually leave the country? That's what we want to talk about next. But just before we go on the streets to talk about it, let me hear from you on that. Tell us some of the stories of those you have met.
Okay, let me put it this way. On a daily basis, if I don't meet people, I meet at least 10 people who will come and tell me, oh, they want to leave this country. And out of them, be sure that 6 or 7 are actually professionals.
Yes.
And why is our professionals leaving? Because our system here has made it impossible for them to be able to put up here. I give you an example. I remember when we were much younger, there was a gist about Vision 2010. Vision 2010 was education for all in 2010, but today education is only for the rich. Now, see, the lecturers are on strike. Because I actually was in Abuja University yesterday because I graduated from there. I asked my lecturer, I said, so are they paying you salary? This one you're on strike. How much is your salary? What is this problem? He said since 8 years they've promised them increase in the salary, blah, blah, and it's not working.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in his shoes, won't you leave? You want to leave to go to where you will lecture, you will be respected, and you will be paid your salary at the end of the day.
I'll ask you a question on this one.
Go ahead.
Why is this a problem? What is the root cause of this problem? Let's start from the root.
So that is why.
Yeah, but meanwhile they have family to feed. So
The
the
root cause is probably, we can tie it to 2 things. Leadership. We've had a problem with leadership. And who elects these people? who enable these people?
No, they are
They
electing
give you
themselves.
1,000 naira.
They are
every
electing.
4
Forget about
years.
the 1,000 naira.
And then you sell your vote.
My
And for the
sister,
next
forget
4
about the
years.
1,000
Now,
naira they
talking
give to
about-
those
when you're
people.
talking about the people
They
that are
count the
selling the
election
vote.
themselves.
When you're talking
Forget
about the people that are
1,000
selling
naira.
the vote, okay.
No, but okay.
Okay, good.
1,000 naira cannot give them win.
Okay,
They
selling
won't give
1,000
it.
naira. The so-called educated
everything.
man.
all right,
The
let's
so-called
go on.
informed man
All right,
is the
you know,
one giving
earlier
the
we
average
called.
man the 1,000
Earlier,
naira.
we actually had a chat with some of those. I introduced the fact that our friends in the diaspora, they sent in some voice, some video messages on their life there and how they went there and things. So I think it addresses some of the things we're talking about. Let's hear from them. When we get back, we will take up the conversation from here and read some of your messages. Keep it coming.
Leaving Nigeria was not in my personal agenda when I was graduating from secondary school. Like, it was nothing close to my plans. But my teacher saw the possibility and it prompted me to apply for a scholarship. I was quite reluctant because I didn't even think I was going to get it, but I applied anyways, and the scholarship worked out. There are definitely situations I've experienced that made me realize or think, oh, you are black. For example, I've had to work with, some students who were Asians, and I just realized that they kind of just didn't like me, like their attitudes and everything. They would talk about me in their language. Another Asian would tell me that, oh, this is what, they are saying about you and all of that. So they just gave off negative vibes.
The major reason why I left is because of numerous strikes. The very popular one that comes to my head is the ASU strike. It's something that's been going on for years and years and years, and still today we still have time and find a way of mentioning them in our conversations, meaning they still exist. It's still happening up till this day. And how you've been treated as a Nigerian outside, and if they accept you, yes, the people are friendly, very friendly. When they see you, they want to get to know you, they want to ask you questions, they want to know if you're a Christian or if you're a Muslim, they want to know what kind of food you eat, what your name is and everything. But of course, a Nigerian living outside of Nigeria, anywhere in the world, there is that profiling. There is that look, that judgment look you give to someone when the person say he or she is from Nigeria. So they because of obvious things and things that they are reading on the news and everything.
While in medical school, I've noticed that the best among our teachers are mainly those that are trained in one way or the other outside the country, mainly coming from the UK or US. And I just felt maybe I should also go there and get to learn from the source. Within these 2 years, I've managed to pass most of my postgraduate exams. Just got one more exam to go. And this obviously is an achievement I'm proud of. And I feel that partly, if I were in Nigeria, obviously I would have a lot of exams to do. And back home, the exams were a bit more difficult to pass than it is here. So I believe the system is completely different.
All right, there are some of the students, Nigerian students who are studying abroad. Of course, we know what the whole ASU thing is. For people who want to read the course of 4 years, just plan about 6 years. At least, hopefully, you should be done with the course. And if you're going to read 6 years medicine, maybe you want to add just like 2 extra years. Okay, I'm not really saying that, because I didn't pass through. Mine wasn't as bad as that. I don't know. Tekla, did you? Okay, when you went to school, did you have to go through extra 2, 3, 1 year?
No, it wasn't. We were very lucky. We didn't have the ASU thing.
Are you is that the patriotic Nigeria speaking? Or that's actually the fact?
That's the both ways. Both ways. But this is the truth.
Okay.
I mean, in my time, we were quite fortunate not to have that. But again, I speak to this same issue. 2 things, like I said earlier. 1, the political architecture needs to be reconstructed such that you and I can hold our leaders accountable. The second one is that most people who live here, even the legitimate ones who live here, they go there and they fall in line. They do things accordingly. But when they're here, they break all the laws. You see, development is a 2-way street. If you as a leader, you're doing so much and the followers are not following and not towing the line, it will not work. That is the truth. Most of us here want to have our cake and eat it, and it will not work. We've got to have that sense of patriotism. We've got to have that sense of commitment and do things accordingly so that we start seeing the results, across board.
Really?
If you say yes, number one, the leaders, number one problem. Just like when they say papa and mama, now them be number one problem, Abi. Then the pikin them, are we kids? Are we not supposed to do it right? Are we waiting for the government to tell us what to do? Why am I taking one way? Am I waiting for the police to tell me not to take one way? See, what you have to understand is leave the structure. The human capital development is very important. Everybody's mindset is messed up. It's messed up that you are not a child. Yes, the government is not making it work. We are trying to make it work. It cannot work. You bring a project that you're good, somebody's going to steal your idea. You try to force yourself that this project must work. It's either you're assassinated or you're sent to prison. They're going to cook up something and they will kill you. Then the ones that are still trying, of course, everybody knows what is happening. I don't need to start painting from A to Z. A lot of people are trying. So it's just like somebody that is too intelligent, somebody that is always like this. Then all of a sudden your country is making you to go like this.
I would like to hear from you. What's your opinion on their positions?
Nigeria has failed the youths.
Are you sure the youths have not actually failed Nigeria?
No, no. Okay, for example, I'm a medical doctor, right? Nowhere to work, no equipment in the hospital, no light, no. How will I function? How will I function? In fact, I must tell you that those who are still providing services in this country are trying. They are angels. I must call them angels because Nigeria has made things so difficult for them.
For them, I agree.
Yes.
Nigeria has made things so difficult for them. Now, ladies, let's do something. Let's take the pledge together. And let's listen to the words of the pledge. Let's do this. I pledge to Nigeria, my country,
To be
faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity, and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. That means it's resting on us.
Citizenship.
It rests on us, but who will help you? Who?
It starts with
Do you know? It starts with me, but don't mess up my brain. Don't mess up my talent.
That says change begins with you.
It begins with me, but are they helping me to change?
Okay.
Do you need anybody to help you to change?
Oh my God! I don't need anybody to help me. No, I don't need anybody to help me to change. But the thing there is, the government is making it difficult for people.
You just said something. Do you need anyone to make you change? Do you need anyone to tell you not to skip the red light?
Nobody. I'm not waiting for anybody to tell me to skip the red light, to beat the traffic light, to do this, to dump this dirt in the gutter. I don't need anybody to tell me that. But imagine when you're trying to make it right, and people are making it difficult for you. Have you not had a situation where you're trying to put something and say, "What do they want this one?" No, leave it in Nigeria. You're still trying. Is making.
Okay,
we are humans.
Okay, say something. Say something. Then I'll take some messages.
Don't mess your brain up.
Let me
say something.
The reason why, let me just say something, let you know the reason why people are leaving, those that have left so far, let me say in the last 5 years. The reason why they are leaving is because there are no jobs here. A lot of them will even come and tell you with tears, with their first class, that they've looked for work from civil service commission to private companies. It is not available. Before, the private companies and the banks were providing jobs, but because of a lot of government policies too affecting them, they are not even able to help government to employ again, because the old ones have refused to leave government so that the young ones like us can get in. So because of that, the private companies that are also helping too, things are so difficult for them, they are not even able to help take the employment. I give you an example with myself. I give you an example with myself. When I was in 200 level, I went to Abuja University though. My cousin who had graduated from the university as well came to fill civil service commission. I escorted her in zone 3. While we were there, we were told that Imo State quota was full. And I looked at myself and I said, if Imo State quota is full at her own time, what will not happen to me when I finish? The NYSC shoe will chop before I will get my own job.
Why do you have to wait for a white collar job to earn a living? What has happened to entrepreneurship? You just talked about something. You're a medical doctor. This is you now.
The entrepreneurship too. Are that helping you? If you're an entrepreneur and doing your business,
Yes.
for example, I'm a tailor. I need light for my tailoring, everything, my machines for things to function. And 247, there is no light. I'm running generator, fueling it, doing everything. How will I make it?
Why I understand that we have challenges, I'm not even going to turn a blind eye.
Are you supporting government?
No, listen. No, not to I am
I
just being pragmatic here.
Okay.
Why I understand that we have issues. There are gaps to be filled, you know, in terms of social amenities and, you know, the enabling environment for everyone to function and, you know, actualize themselves. I also believe that one extra leap, one extra step may just take you to that destination.
All right, do it in this Nigeria.
They are trying to make it
do
work.
it.
It's not
do it.
Why
Don't
not
do
Japan?
it. I'm helping them to Japan.
Okay.
That is actually what I do.
Do you know that there's somebody that
She
before their goods will land to any destination? Imagine the number of police that we collect money from them. Imagine the number of agbero that we collect money from them before it gets to your spot. Now, talking about your spot, check out the agberos on the road. They still collect money. The shop rent is there.
Including the
Go
government
to people's
themselves.
shop and see the receipt on
People
their
are sending
the one
me
on their shop.
messages. I want to take their messages. Thank you very much.
It's because
I
of
know.
Nigeria. That's what I'm talking like.
I know because you're Nigerian. All right, so let's go on the street. Let's go on the street and get to hear what people have to say. Will they jackpot if they get the opportunity? So that's it. Let's go.
There are so many reasons one should japa from this country. The country is not really giving us joy again. You know, the incessant killings are becoming too much. In fact, as I am now, I can't even travel to East freely because of the kidnappers and all that. So these are the reasons why I should just japa. But not like, I'm not saying I'm not from Nigeria. I am from Nigeria. So, but at least for now, maybe I can go for a year and come back.
Although we have challenges like banditry, kidnapping here and there, so but that one will not shake us from living our country. We still love our country as Nigeria. We still remain one Nigeria, whatever the challenges will occur.
I don't believe in leaving my country. I love my country more better than any other country. If I will go out for a purpose, then I will go. But if I'm not going out for a purpose, I better stay in my country.
If there is opportunity, I believe in leaving the country because of the so many troubles that we are facing. The problem of insecurity, economic meltdown. So if I have opportunity to find my way out, I would like to leave.
I believe in Japan, honestly. Number one, the economic challenge of the community, of the country as at large. And when you talk about insecurity, job opportunity is something else. I can, in all ramifications, I have my reason for leaving this country. If I have means of living, I can tell you I'm living as we speak right now, and I'm even working toward it. I have no reason to stay in this country.
Once, not really full-time living in Japan, but if I had the opportunity, yes. Presently, there's no light in Nigeria. In the Nigeria where I'm staying, Lugbe precisely, we see light in a day for 2 seconds. Yeah, and the weather here is too hot. Maybe I'll just japa and get fresh air, then come in and continue building the country.
I'm not supposed to believe in leaving my country because I don't have any other country other than Nigeria. But the challenge on ground now is that our leaders are not helping matter. They are not doing the needful. That is just the challenge.
I believe that there's no place like home. In your home, you are the king. You will be the best you can. When you leave your home or your country to another country, you will just become a second-class citizen, and that's the way they will see you. So I believe that one just have to stay home and make this place a better place to be. Because here you have liberty, you have freedom, nobody can harass you for anything.
From what I noticed there, I think the older ones are the ones who rather want to stay back, and most of the young ones say they'll leave. The other lady said she will leave, take fresh air, and come back because there's no light in Lugbe where she stays. Okay, that's just on the lighter side. Now let me take some questions, because when I start this conversation, I may end up we may end up running to the end. So let's do this. Japa movement is caused by our government. Lazy Nigerian youth also. I go like leave Naija. Even that lady with pink won't leave the country, but she dey pretend.
No, I know. See, na lie. People know me. Either they move me. And now many times they don't apply for me, I no gree go. The first say you go deny me visa, said they vex me.
Okay, let's take this other one. America is a dream, not a reality. It's like a hotel room. When you check out of your hotel room, you check out with only your briefcase. What is the relationship between black and white people? Slavery. Oh, that's your thoughts. Okay, Omo, with the way things are in Nigeria, na to japa komoto. Nigeria, they confused already. Oliver from Zaria. Please write where you tell us your name and where you're writing from. Okay, this one says, ooh, that's a strong word, hate. I wouldn't call that on air. All right, good day. I agree with the lady in pink. Nigerian leaders are ship captain. Nigerians are loyal and hardworking citizens, but the leaders don't. Okay, well, that's your thought. Aliko from Zaria says, I've been to Bamako, Mali. I felt ashamed with the way our youths are living over there. Okay, that's also a patriot. Oh, it's nice to see so many people who are willing to... It's me, James Odozi from Benin. I like your program. I don't like to leave Nigeria. I like traveling abroad just for visits. Okay. Here I was thinking many people would say they want to jackpot, but that's good. I'm happy.
No, I mean, that's
I'm Katrina. I don't think so. When what I'm looking for is in Nigeria, maybe if I want to go there, it's for holiday. Okay, I see many of your messages, but you know what? Just before we get back to more conversation and messages, we'll take a look at there's a series on Africa, one of the Africa Magic channel by Femi Odugbemi. It's called Movement Jakpa. All right, we'll just put together a little clip of it so that you have a look at it and have an idea of what we're talking about. We'll be back.
From the port, I can take you to any country you want. As stowaways.
You can get us to the US.
Any country.
Uncle Willie, for this package, how much will you do it for us?
2 million normally per head. For you, I do 1.5.
Uncle Willie, if you shake us, 3 of us like this, we no get 10K.
Mamma mia. For family's sake, I do 1 million per head. Final.
$1 million. It be like say I get one kind better idea. We go make cool 3 mila and extra for the waka.
Scum boy, like this, any idea we say we carry us for this country like this, mom, me and stand fit. You didn't think that.
To get the place swap in the worker security. The woman we get the compound get one picking with them just expel for investing. The woman we get though, her husband get money, plenty money. Betting get accident. Now, in the inside coma. So, the woman have it, daughter. She gives the money, Sha. Yes. We go kidnap her pikin. We go kidnap her pikin. Ask for ransom. 4 mila.
thing now. Oh man, that's what they do you. Talking that person picking. Because of money.
You know, once she paid the ransom, we return picking. We jackpot from this country. Simple.
Sir Michelle. Ekene. Angela. Bome.
You know him?
She was my junior. My junior at FGGC. Her father used to be a commissioner of police.
Hey!
I just got it. You know we keep moving, we jackpot.
All right, thank you very much. That's a movement Jackpot by Femi Odugbemi. Okay, so I have a few messages here, then I will get back to the ladies. Let's see. Someone says, please write your name where you're writing from. If I have my visa now, I'm leaving Nigeria. All right, this is ND from One. Okay, who is it? Apart from all the issues we have discussed, the cost of living, I mean, the price of food is increasing every day. The government is still borrowing. David from Lagos. I'm Prince Timothy. I want to Japa. Nigeria is too hot now, and I'd like to appreciate your program. Thank you very much from Benue State. The problem might be with our government, but majorly we have to look at the youth life too. Most of us don't have plans for our own life, not to talk of dreams. Okay, so much to talk about. I would like to even find out from you. Tell us, I like instances, we like stories. Tell us of, are there some persons who have traveled and have returned from maybe some of those that you know of? So have traveled, returned, or who have traveled and willing to come back, but they cannot come back for some reasons. I mean, you said they're plenty.
They're plenty.
No, they're
plenty.
Too numerous to mention.
Okay.
No, anyway, sometimes some of them go and come back. But like I said, the ones that go and come back are those who don't live here genuinely. I give you an instance. There were a lot of them I know that left during the World Cup 4 years ago to Russia. The problem again is the promise they get before taking off. The agents there abroad asking them to come don't really tell them what they are coming to meet. So by the time some of them sell all their properties here and get there, and they are not getting what they want, of course, if there is hot, it's not your home. You will come back home because there's no place like home. But for those who go genuinely, I quote it again, genuinely, that if you like, whatever you like, do, they will not come back here because they would have settled in. The highest they do is come here for holidays, spend their money, and go back to their correct job they have gotten there.
Really, you said you agree the fact that there are some people who are willing to come back.
A lot of them. I know,
I've met a
as
couple
of,
too.
I think, was it 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I know a lot of doctors that came back. Some of them have to start thinking about opening, should I say, where people can afford medical issue. But when they came back, they now noticed that things are becoming difficult. As in,
they go back.
They go back. Maybe these are people that finished their university here. They went there for other things, or people that just decided to leave when they were still adult. They go back and they come here and they try to establish one or two things. And somebody is telling them, you have to pay this, you will pay that, you will do this, you will do that. There are a lot of things that you start asking yourself, what are all these things am I paying for? They never talk about the bill where people go pay. Before you know, the man go to say, doing business in Nigeria is very difficult. Before you know, the person will go back. There are a lot of bankers we have here who are doing excellently, fantastically well.
But ladies, let me tell you guys something. There's something that works there that make their system work. Taxation. Everybody pays their tax exactly as they should. Tekla, you agree with me? Because here you
Totally.
see many people evading. Many people, maybe because we are government workers, our taxes
Taken
taken
from
direct.
source.
If not, for many people who don't whose taxes are not taken that way, many will not pay tax, so the government might not have the money to do what they do.
If I talk NEPA now,
so let us talk.
3 months people
now
never
talking
see like
about
they pay like
talking
in-
about
down to that same.
talking
You
about paying
don't-
of tax is still the same civil servants who are the staff of FIRLs doing the deal and not wanting to collect the real tax from the business owner because they want to put it in their personal
What are you not saying?
pockets.
If
They
the
come to our
government has
offices
failed,
every
we
day.
also have
That's
failed.
it.
Listen,
call
we don't want
themselves-
to do it
Listen,
right.
Listen, that's a blanket statement. When you generalize like that, there's a fallacy for that. That's fallacy of empty
Example, that
generalization.
one is
No.
example.
It's an
It's an
example.
example. Yes,
It's
it's an example.
When you say
But you know what I'm
SRS,
talking
Okay,
about.
are we
talking
saying
about
that bad
yes.
NEPA staffs are
Some
bad
of
people?
them, be very specific. Some of them, yes. See, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. And when it pours on all 4 corners of the roof. These same issues, like you said, you know, when we started, the opening statement you made was that, here we amplify our problems.
Yeah.
Over there, they try
hide-
to
yeah.
manage their
Because
problems.
the system is working there.
Well, no, and apart from that, the narrative, the narration itself can get into you, can get to your head. And that's one of the problems we're all suffering. Not me. I have decided that this is my Naija. Now here
Someone is asking you a question.
If
You said
if you are sick and you don't know anybody in the hospital here, quote me, you will die.
You will die.
No.
Yes.
No.
That is the
telling
way
you.
our government has
Do you know
made
that I
us.
have somebody?
That's the
I
way
have
Nigeria
seen
has made us.
I have seen women who went to the hospital to give birth.
Yeah.
This woman was sitting on the ground for how many hours for the
have my way, I
nurses
will
to come
leave,
and attend to her? They did not attend to her. Do you know what the mother did? The mother had to run outside of the hospital to buy razor blade.
that's not the government, so that's one of us. So
No, this one is us.
that's one of us. So now
No,
we
the
dey do
government,
ourselves.
the government and our
government
the
is not
captain has
providing for
abandoned us.
them.
What are we doing to ourselves?
She said
Everybody wants to cash
listen,
out.
She said something earlier, and I think we should amplify that factor. People over there pay taxes. Some pay as much as 30-40% of their pay as taxes because of
pay here too.
the amenities
Amenities.
that they get. Are you ready to give that up?
Sure.
Then,
If
you know,
if the
another
government
thing you have to understand is
You're saying
if
that
they are
for the
saying they are
benefit of
paying
the- If the
no, if they are
government is
saying they are paying
conducive,
will not
taxes,
do that.
if they-
If
do
the
you
government is
expect
conducive,
if everybody is paying taxes and they are seeing what they are
Yes.
getting,
And
you
if the
think the person
environment
will
is
complain?
conducive,
If I'm getting spending I've not seen like
I get it.
months,
We
but
need
they pay NEPA bill.
Okay, I get it. If
our
everybody
environment is not conducive for a whole lot of things, for we to be
Good.
able to do the right thing.
environment is not conducive for a whole lot of
So what
things.
do we do? You japa?
No, this is what we are going to do.
I've never thought about
Guys,
it.
environment is not conducive for a whole lot of things. Doesn't mean that we are not, we on our hands. We're not helping. We're also not helping ourselves. But just before we get to do that and talk about and conclude on that, whether it's the government's fault, it's our fault, we did jackpot, we did not jackpot. For those of you who would like to actually leave the country, I see a couple of your messages saying, yeah, if I get the opportunity, someone said I should tell you that that you should speak the truth, that the government has failed us, that if you are Austin from Uyo, there are many more messages like that. There are many more who are still saying that they will stay behind. But for those of you who would like to go, you might want to do it right so that you actually have a good time while you are there. And doing it right is the next feature we have for you. You might want to watch this really closely because you will learn something about traveling.
Whether it is a study, a vacation, or a job offer, going somewhere new and foreign is so exciting as a first-timer. It can be overwhelming and confusing, but it must be done right and legally. Get your passport. This is what validates your citizenship of a set country. It comes in 32 and 64 pages. Requirements for a passport include the local government letter of identification, birth certificate or age declaration, a guarantor's form sworn to before a magistrate, parents' letter of consent for minors under 16 years, and marriage certificate where applicable. Apply for a visa. A visa is a documented permit to enter a country legally. It could be for study, visit, medical, tourism, and even job offers. Depending on your destination and purpose, you can be called for an interview at the embassy within 2 weeks. You should know that requirements vary from country to country. Depending on your destination, some visa applications will require your bank statements or even medicals. Note that this interview might not guarantee approval, especially when certain conditions are not met. You should know that visa fees are non-refundable. Certain routine health checks, tests, and vaccinations are necessary. Some countries require your yellow card, which is a certificate of vaccination showing that a traveler has been immunized against yellow fever. For many countries, a COVID-19 vaccination evidence or a PCR negative test is required. Travel tickets. To have a better planned and convenient trip for first-time travelers, it is advised to have a travel agent help with your booking and other logistics. It is important to go online to check for prohibited travel items, depending on the country you are traveling to. Also, ensure you get basic knowledge about the city like weather, currency conversion, language, transportation, and so on. These are just the basic information you should arm yourself with if you plan to make that trip abroad. Also, ensure you understand and adhere to the country's rules and regulations to avoid stories that touch.
Alright, for those of you who have never traveled, now you know what you need to have in place if you plan to make that trip. I see so many messages coming in and someone is not happy that I've not read his message, and I'm sorry it's long, but I see many of you have so much to say. But you know what happens, say that time will run so fast when you're having a good time. All right, we've been having a good time here. Ogoma, I would have liked to hear your last word. Can you add a thing or two for people who would like to travel very quickly?
Thank you. For those who would like to travel, I would want to advise that you do it genuine way to travel, because if you do that, you will get the best wherever you are going to. A lot of countries now have so many opportunities and asking people to come. Those asking for people to come for PR, like the Canadians, Americans, in Germany, they also need
to do it right.
The whole of it, just do it right. That is the watchword.
Do it right. So she just said that, she just told her about some people that want to go.
I will not even encourage you to leave. I would advise that you stay back, rebuild this country, and make us proud. Be patriotic. Do the right thing. And somehow, within your small corner, be the change that you want. And in no distant time, we would have it. But first, it starts with your PVC. 2023 is just around the corner. You've got to make that choice. If you choose to take the 1,000 naira and suffer for the next 4 years, it's your choice. But if you choose to bring somebody who would make the difference, it's up to you.
Okay, my own word be say, as una dey point out to the government, now so the government they point out to una. We go do it right. Captain don't abandon us. As they don't abandon us, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Christian, Muslim, traditional worship, whatever kind of religion way they do, all of us now one. Let us build our country, because everybody they think of how you go take cash out. Nobody cares.
Okay.
Let's make it right.
All right. I wouldn't tell you if you should japa or if you should stay. But very quickly, someone is telling me that lady on Jane trousers, her husband is in government house. That's why. Okay, that's on the lighter side. You know, for me, so I mean, we know why. All right, for me, I would just say thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your messages. I mean, I see so much of your messages coming. I really, really wish I could take most of this, but I can't do it. But don't worry, we'll create another opportunity and we'll bring this program back and we'll talk.
We want
more.
part 2. We want part 2. We want part 2.
We want part 2.
We want part 2.
So we'll lecture you well.
All right, bye bye. Thank you.
We just scratch the surface, so we need to get
okay. Thank you. Bye bye, everybody. Wow. Okay.
Bye bye.